Between 1812 and 1815, the young fledgling nation of the United States of America was once again at war with their former colonial masters, Great Britain. This time, however, the issues that launched this war were different. Angered by Great Britain's practice of seizing American sailors on merchant ships at sea and then forcing them into the British Royal Navy, a practice called impressment, was a chief factor for this new declaration of war. Also, punitive trade restrictions by the British crippled America's ability to sell their goods on the world stage. Oh, and Great Britain's continued aid of the American Indian tribes in the Northwestern Territory, still warring with the United States, just added more fuel to the war fire. The nearly 3-year war that spanned the North American continent reached a crescendo on January 8, 1815. American General Andrew Jackson, a rough-and-tumble veteran from the frontier wars, had assembled his ragtag army of 4,500 soldiers in the port of New Orleans in anticipation of the imminent British invasion of well over 7,000 redcoats. Jackson's forces dug in and did not back down despite being outnumbered almost 2-1 and managed to pull off a spectacular victory, suffering only 71 casualties to the British's 2,000 plus. The Americans thought they probably won the war with this incredible, odds-defying victory. The only problem is that wasn't possible, because unbeknownst to Jackson's crew and the British, the war was already over. That's right, 2 weeks earlier, the Treaty of Ghent was signed in Europe, officially ending the war. But that message never got to either side before the epic Battle of New Orleans ensued. And it's not like they could have called, emailed, or texted to inform them. Back then, it could take a month or even longer for messages across the Atlantic to travel. So, the battle was meaningless? Well, yes and no. Yes, from a standpoint, it didn't change the outcome of the war, and it was a tragic waste of human life and resources. But no, for 2 other important reasons. The resounding victory gave America a huge morale boost and elevated the reputation of the United States on the world stage as a force to be reckoned with militarily. Now, the British and other European powers would think twice about picking a war with the United States, because some nations thought America's original war for independence was a lucky fluke. And if the American Revolution secured independence for the United States, the War of 1812 solidified it in the eyes of the world. The victory at New Orleans also elevated another reputation, that being of General Andrew Jackson. This battle solidified Andrew Jackson's hero status and skyrocketed his reputation to a whole new level. Jackson went the 1800s version of going viral and attaining celebrity status, a level that would be used to launch Jackson's political career and in turn provide a springboard to run for president of the United States. And after Andrew Jackson served 2 productive terms as president, his policies ranging from the banking system to harsh American Indian policies, for better or for worse, had an indelible mark on American history. The British Empire never tried to pick an outright war with the United States of America after the Battle of New Orleans. And Andrew Jackson most likely would not have attained the legendary status he leveraged to become President of the United States had it not been for the Battle of New Orleans either. Not so meaningless after all.